We're 6 games into it now. What have you learned about your squad so far as we're 3 weeks into the season?
We're a tight-knit group already so far. I think we've worked on that in the off-season coming here. We've had a little adversity here and there, sticking with it, and I think that's a big thing about our group is battling through adversity and just sticking with it, just sticking to our details and everything like that. So our group so far, if we keep doing that, we should keep going in the right direction.
So Charlie, you're a fourth-year senior and had a lot of success team-wise so far during the course of your 4 years with the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Expectations coming into the season as part of that senior core.
Yeah, I think every year is a big year for us. Just, the guys that graduated like Brad McClure, Zeb Knudsen, CJ Cease, they left a legacy on winning championships, so we kind of just try to follow in their footsteps, and when they were here, we learned from them. So we just try to build off that and continue the legacy.
A question maybe for both of you. Over both your time here, Bowling Green has become such a rival. The series is super close, 1-goal games, overtime games. Obviously last year what happened in the championship. What is it about you guys and Bowling Green that has made that such a battle year in and year out? And you can each answer that.
I think they're just a hard team to play against. When we went down there and they swept us, got the best of us, it was a bit of a smaller rink, and they just play a hard, gritty game. And when they come here, it's a little different with the bigger ice sheet. And we got the best film. Last time we played them, we played last 2 minutes there, got them in overtime. But, I think the rivalry's there. They just play hard, and they're a hard team to play against.
Yeah, feeding off what Chuck said, I think their style is a hard style. I think our style also, too, is a hard style. So when you go out there and 2 teams are battling with that intensity, I think that just creates a rivalry in itself.
Do you like playing against them?
Yeah, each game is equally important, but yeah, it's fun to get out there and play against them.
This can be for both of you too. Just give me your impressions on playing. I guess defensively playing with a guy like Connor Maki, and even when you're playing in practice, going up against a guy like that. Can you see anything different about his game this year than even compared to last year?
As a forward going down on him, and I'm looking at him, he's a bigger guy with a great stick. He's probably got one of the best sticks on the team, and he's just powerful. He's got big, long legs. He's a big guy. He's got a big reach, and he's definitely one of the harder defensemen to get around. And I think he's just a lot stronger this year and powerful.
Yeah, another thing that he's always been good at, but I think it continues to grow each year, is just his hockey IQ, making the right plays, making smart decisions. He jumps in the play all the time, and it's the right times. He's not carelessly jumping in, which is another thing. It's just something, as a D, you can learn from too out there playing with him. So,
Charlie, what was it like last week for you? I know, that top line has been together for a long time. You go into Friday night, you're not playing with that group. You're kind of moving up and down the line, but you end up having a great game and a great weekend. Little extra motivation there, or just what was it about your success last weekend?
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't happy with how I started the year. I have confidence in my abilities and everything, but I just wasn't getting it done, and battled a little adversity the first 4 games, and then this weekend our line got split up, so I kind of just brought it upon myself and got a little angry and kind of just went out there, didn't really think much, did the little things and played my game. So.
I was going to relative to that, Charlie. I don't want to say you've been streaky during your career at MSU, but you had the big jump offensively, point-wise, from your sophomore to junior season, and then obviously you talked about your relatively slow start, then you're up for points. And I think one of the challenges a lot of athletes have is trying to find that consistency, especially at the elite level.
Yeah.
For you, you talked about not being happy and maybe being angry and maybe that motivating you a little bit. So talk a little bit about what drives you motivation-wise and how difficult it is to reach that consistency, especially at this level. This is the college game of Division I hockey. It's a pretty elite level of hockey.
Yeah.
When in a lot of cases, one step away from the NHL.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think most of it's mental, to be honest. Mentally, you got to be positivity all the time. And if you're thinking about going into the game, you're like, oh, I need a point, I need a goal. Usually that's not going to come. You kind of got to play well defensively and do all the little things like I was saying before, facing pucks, getting your bump, and just playing the right way. And, your offensive chances will come. So yeah, but mainly just being positive and mentally strong, not thinking too much.
And Riese, that part of your game, I think, having watched you play now for 3 years, obviously you're a defense first guy, physical play, but you're capable of chipping in and stuff. Talk a little bit about the defensive philosophy here at MSU, because at times I think all of our defensemen will activate offensively. It's not just Connor Maki or Ian Scheid. You're capable of doing that too. And at times, offensively, you've been able to chip in, and especially this year. Talk about maybe the confidence factor relative to the offensive part of your game and what kind of role that plays.
I think it's always something I came in, and I remember something that was kind of new from juniors was how much I wanted the D to jump into play. And that was something I had to get into my game, and coach would harp on me, and he continues to do that. And I think as I continue to grow, I get a little more confidence in that area. So now it's getting, I wouldn't say used to it, because I don't do it probably as much as I should, but just keep working on that, and hopefully it keeps progressing in that way.